Trump just unveiled his official position on immigration reform over the weekend. Immigration reform that will make America great again. His plan has 3 core principles. The first, a nation without borders is not a nation. He says there must be a wall across the southern border. That's the first point of his immigration reform. His second, a nation without laws is not a nation. Laws passed in accordance with our constitutional system of government must be enforced. I have to say that it's insane to me that we're like saying things that should be universally acknowledged, but because they're not, it's considered somebody's plan. Number 3, a nation that does not serve its own citizens is not a nation. Any immigration plan must improve jobs, wages, and security for all Americans. Right? I mean, it would seem that that's what any good immigration plan would do. It would acknowledge the needs of citizens first. I have my own immigration plan, though. This is why I'm not going to run for office, because I would not get along with people, and my bumper sticker would be vote Dana or screw you. Here's what I would do. The first thing is I would build a big giant wall. I'd build a big giant wall, and if I was told I couldn't deport anyone, I would make it to where anyone who ever illegally entered the United States of America lost for forever their right to vote, no matter what, if they became a legal citizen after. Not only would they lose their right to vote, but they would also lose their legal right to carry, purchase, or possess a firearm. That is the downside of immigrating illegally, and the problem that we have, the reason why we have an influx is because we don't have deterrence here in the United States. I would also go after businesses that hired illegal immigrants as well, illegal aliens, because that's a huge, huge thing. If I was doing my immigration plan, those would be the first 2 things I would do. You think it's harsh? It's also harsh to immediately, your first act of trying to join a country is to disrespect it and betray its citizens by entering illegally and committing a crime, because that is a crime. So if you entered illegally, no voting rights, period. No Second Amendment for you, period. And there would be no exceptions to that rule at all. End of story. Not only that, but we would have more boots on the ground at the border. That'd be my second point. We'd have more boots on the ground at the wall. We would monitor it. We would actually monitor our border. And 3, I would actually use a lot of veterans, because you know what? We have a lot of veterans who, when they are returning home, because our job participation rate, our workforce participation rate is so incredibly low because jobs are scarce. If you're going to actually use money to secure the border, why don't we employ veterans as well? Let's put also, my 4th point, let's put cameras. Let's get technology involved. Let's put cameras all along the wall, and let's incentivize camera watching. For instance, my kids loved watching this webcam of an American eagle's nest. It was like somewhere up in the Pacific Northwest. And there was this webcam that watched these eagles. It was amazing. Let's put webcams all along the wall, and any citizen whose information from their viewing of these cameras, their information would lead to the apprehension of an illegal entrant, they would get a bonus. How about that? And then I would also employ drones to help track. Let's use some technology. Dana, where would you get all the money for this? I would cut the IRS, the EPA, the NEA. I would cut every alphabet soup government entity that was not codified in Article 1, Section 8 of the United States Constitution. And if anybody had a problem with that, they could make their letter of complaint out to P.O. Box, my backside, Washington, D.C., whatever the zip code is.